Hey, it's Randy. I'm here in the shop. It's winter of 2022. It's time to do a few little projects that I've been putting off and clean up the garage, all that kind of stuff. Um, this year, I decided I'm going to go ahead and make the Milwaukee 8 sound a little bit better and breathe a little bit easier. The main issue for me is when I'm out on the highway, I want to do some moderate acceleration. Not drive it like you stole it, but not, grandma trying to pass the buggy kind of thing. Um, it does the job, but it just kind of lags a little bit, makes a little bit of noise at me. And I think what that is, I think it's just not breathing well enough. Anyhow, so I'm going to do a stage one. I'm probably not going to video all of that or anything. I think what I'll do instead is kind of give you an example of what it looks like bone stock, and then from there put the parts on and go ahead and show you what it's like afterwards. So without any further ado, let's get that done. Let's see here. So this is the bike. It is 2020 Ultra Classic. Sorry, I'm wrong. It's 2020 Ultra Limited. Anyway, it's all stock for its motor and everything. I got a bunch of little bolt-on doodads all over it. We got the stock breather up in here, and it's the 114, which is an amazing motor. It already is better than the 107 I had. The 114 just gives you a little bit more thump underneath you and makes you feel like you're riding a Harley. The 107 was much more calm and quiet. Anyway, so this is it. It's really dirty. It's got a lot of garage dust, and I wasn't able to get all the bugs off before I had to park her this year. So anyhow, what we're going to do is we're going to be moving this to a pair of DNA Megaphones. We've got our stock mufflers here, and I showed you the stock breather. Let's go ahead and get it started, and we'll just listen to it and see what it sounds like, and then hopefully I'll be able to put up a video afterwards that shows the difference in the way it looks and the difference in the way it sounds. So here we go. All right, let's try this. So, kind of calm. Doesn't make a lot of noise even when you get on it. Alright, well, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to cut from here and go ahead and replace the breather and the pipes. I don't have the pipes in yet, but they should be here tomorrow. And then when I get all done, we'll see what it looks like and sounds like afterwards. Okay, so I'm checking back in here. I've got part of the project done. We got the Screaming Eagle Stage 1 air cleaner in, and I'm fixing to put on the pipes, and they came in today, so hopefully by the end of the day we'll have those in. Let's take a look at what we got done so far. Alright, still a dirty bike. And here is the Screaming Eagle air breather. Now, I wasn't able to get the price I wanted on the chrome one, but the only part that was going to make the difference between the chrome and the black is right here. So you just can't tell. It looks great. And they even gave me a little Screaming Eagle badge there to put on over where the other one was. Now, they make it sound like you can just peel the other one off and it'll be all good, which you can, but when you do that, the other badge gets bent up because they've got it on there with like badge decal tape, and it's just not going to come off without bending stuff up. Now this one, they've got on this locking, it's not quite like Velcro. It's like this locking stuff that's similar to Velcro, and then you put a little pressure on it and it pops off. Anyway, so that's that part. And I got the bags off here. So we're fixing to take these off. Looks like there are basically 3 bolts I'm going to have to pull. Those 2, and then there should be one up under here. Anyhow, from there, there's a couple of things to be just that are noteworthy when you do pipes, especially brand new ones. First off, when you pull your bags, have the area prepared so that you're not going to set them down on the concrete or someplace where they're going to get scratched. I can't tell you how many times I've had some motorcycle part sitting in my hands and I hadn't thought about where I was going to put it when I was done taking it off. Anyhow, here are the new pipes, one of them at least, and these are DNA Megaphones with the diamond tips. Okay, the eBay guy said that the diamond tips cost like $50 extra. I thought they were cool, so that's the way I went anyway. Anyhow, they're not expensive pipes. I mean, most folks are paying, $400 to $800 for their Reinhardts or Cobras or Vance and Hines. We, even with the extra fancy tips, we're under $200. I think it was like $180 delivered. Anyway, the thing we want to remember when we're putting brand new pipes on is we want to try to wear our gloves and not get grease and fingerprints on them, because those fingerprints, they're going to etch into the finish and you'll never get them out. So just be real careful, and then after you install them, you want to wipe them down super good. Take the extra time and do it. That way they don't, you have less chance of getting them mucked up and having marks on them. It still happens sometimes. Anyhow, I'm going to cut this and start working on the bike. Theoretically, it's about 20 minutes per side to replace pipes, and I figure I'll be checking back in with you in about 6 hours. Anyhow, talk to y'all later. Okay, I'm back for another update. It's probably about 3 hours later, not 6. So it took more than 20 minutes apiece. Not too hard really though. Just wanted to get it all perfect. And I also got the Vance and Hines FuelPak installed and all flashed on the bike's computer. I'm going to show you that first since I got it kind of set up. It's going to be a little hard to see, hopefully. So this is the left side cover that we're looking at here. And I've got a mirror down here. You may be able to see a green flashing light. The way I had to install the unit, it's upside down, so it just made more sense to use the mirror. The unit itself is where that barcode is. My thumb here, and it goes up to here. There's a nice convenient spot that it wedged in nicely. There is a wire tie on it as well, just to keep it there. And then I'll put the side cover back on. So let's see here. Here are the slip-ons. They are looking pretty good, and they stick out exactly the same amount on each side. That's what took me a little longer to get it right. I don't think it was going to be more than a 1/4 inch worth of difference no matter what, but upon thinking about it, I thought that maybe I'd be irritated about it if it was off a little bit, even if nobody else could tell. Anyhow, I'm going to fire it up here in a minute, but I'm going to put the bags on first to make sure it looks right, and then we'll be able to compare the sounds from before and how it's running. Hang on a few minutes here. All right, so here I am back after about another 40-45 minutes of messing around with it. What I found was that the clearance between the saddlebags and the mufflers just wasn't good on one side. I'm still not super happy with it. I'll show you that. And I've got a solution for that. What we're going to do is we're going to put a spacer in, rubber spacer. So what I've got is I've got this space here that you might not be able to see it too much. There's just a little bit of space, and it's just at the very end. Now, what we're going to end up doing is in this space here, it's pretty solid on both sides. So I'm going to stick probably a 1/2 inch or 3/4 piece of rubber in between there, and that'll push this out just enough to where I feel comfortable. This side, not too big a deal. I'm probably still going to space it out. It'll help support the bag some. So from here, I haven't turned it on or tried it yet, so this will be the first time I hear it along with anybody watching. So let's take a look. All right. All right, here we go. I'll see if I can link clips of the original along real close with these two and see if there's a noticeable difference. I expect there to be. I'm guessing this is going to be really loud since my garage door is shut. All right, here we go. Crazy loud. Let's see what it sounds like if we give it a little bit of fuel. Well, it doesn't seem to like to want to take the throttle right now, so I may have to adjust the tune on it. Anyway, I'll work on that and I'll get back with it. All right, so I'm back, and that first time was kind of embarrassing. I had it set to auto tune. I was thinking that I could do that at the same time that I had it programmed to another tune, but apparently you can't do that, and it runs like crap for a long time. So I went back to the stock DNA setting that is built into the programmer, and I also programmed in the tune that Vance and Hines sent me. And that's what we're on right now. They both sound pretty good, and I've got throttle response now, which I didn't have at all before. Anyhow, let's give it a shot and see what we think, and it won't be as bad this time. All right, so here we go. So not really too bad a sound, and here's what the throttle response is like. So that's it. I will play around and I'll set it at the two different ones that are sort of built for it and see how it works. They say to put 2 tanks of fuel through it before we make any more adjustments. And the big thing is, hopefully I'll get out on the road and I won't have that lag when I'm passing. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Subscribe and like. I don't do this for any money or nothing like that. As you can see, I got like 3 videos up, but it's fun, and it's kind of fun to see when people do subscribe and like. If you're looking for some help on how to install either the Stage 1 Harley Screaming Eagle breather or the Vance and Hines FP3 module, the guys at lawabidingbiker.com, they do an amazing job. Ryan Erlocker is the guy's name, and they've got a couple of videos out there that I watched several times before I put this stuff on, and it made it go super smooth. So, check them out too. Have a great day.